From the Keith Vinzicaola Studios in Patterson, New Jersey, Green Hour Media proudly presents Is This Real? On tonight's episode, the black carpet. What's going on under the sea with the black carpet? You'll find out tonight. And now your host, JC3.
Hey there, fellow truth seekers. Are you ready to dive deep into the mysteries of the universe? Look no further than isisrealpc.com, your one-stop destination for all things mysterious and unexplained. From captivating podcast episodes to thought-provoking articles, our website is packed with fascinating content that will leave you questioning reality. Visit isisrealpc.com today and join our community of curious minds as we explore the unknown together. Don't just wonder, discover the truth today at isisrealpc.com. Welcome everybody to another fantastic episode of Is This Real?
Is this real?
Tonight's episode you heard the Pope say we're talking about the black carpet. In the booth tonight, we have Cito right next to me. Cito, say hello.
Hi, I'm back again.
He's back again for the second episode of season 14. Across from me, we have Bubba for another episode. Hello, Bub.
How you doing?
And then we have, for the first time in season 14, the Pope himself.
I'm the Pope.
Behind the booth, we do have Lord Roadblockington.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody?
And I'll ask at the beginning, has anyone ever heard of this cryptid? It is a cryptid. Classified. Cryptid.
Okay.
Called the black carpet.
No.
Anything? No?
No.
No? Joshua?
Never a day in my life.
No? Okay.
No.
I found this out while just searching, because I doing this, looking for the topics of the season. I wanted to get weird. Like, I wanted to get, like little information type weird.
So black carpet weird.
Yeah, like, I think I found that with the black carpet, like, we've talked about topics as far as the first season of when we did Ocean and Space 1, like broad topics, like everybody knew. There's a lot of information on it.
Sure.
There's some information. Now, granted, we don't really do a lot of research in the booth.
Because why should we?
But like, I mean, we don't have. Okay, so besides looking up either the Britannica or Wikipedia, we don't talk to people.
No, we don't.
No, we don't source.
We're very stupid.
Yes, we are.
We're the smartest dumb guys you'll ever meet.
But the thing
Yeah.
is, like, we go based, like, if this was college, we would not have a citation page.
No.
We'll fail.
Yep, it would get a giant F.
Yeah, fuck your MLA format.
But what this is off the Cryptid Wiki,
Uh-huh.
and I wanted to do this because, again, little information. It just sounds fucking weird. And this is just basically stories of these surfers that see this fucking, I don't know what to describe it. It's a big black mass that's at the bottom of the ocean, and it looks like there's either tentacles, or some people describe it as like organisms kind of like reaching up, and like it grabs whatever it reaches, and like you don't see it anymore. It's like a black hole in the ocean.
It's like the Venom symbiote just
Yeah,
at the bottom of
exactly.
the ocean.
That's exactly what people describe it as. And this is what it's an ocean cryptid that resembles a large cluster of organisms. It has been described by divers as a 1,000-foot long group of jet black microorganisms with thin feelers. It has been compared to the Portuguese man-o'-war in terms of shape.
Oh.
Yes.
The man-o'-war is one of the deadliest animals on the planet.
Yes. The theories of the black carpet is thought to be related to early single-celled organisms that lived billions of years ago in the ocean. It is also said to be related to the bloop. Now, what the bloop...
What'd you just call me?
Now, what the bloop is...
The fuck is a bloop?
Yeah,
Now-
what is a bloop?
This is something we'll talk about later in the season.
Bloop.
The bloop was a powerful, ultra-low-frequency underwater sound of uncertain origin detected by the National Ocean and Atmospheric
That's
Noah
right.
Administration in 1997 in the South Pacific.
Yes.
I don't want to
name
get
of it.
Yeah,
bloop.
bloop.
Just bloop.
It's the bloop. I
I don't
heard
want to
of
get
this.
deeper into it, but apparently they determine the sound is consistent with noises generated via non-tectonic cryosysms originating from the glacier movements such as ice caving or an ice quake.
Yeah, so it's not that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently the bloop has been something described as something like it's bigger than a sea whale. Like here's what
Or the carpet or the bloop?
the bloop. That's what apparently the picture looks like. I'll put it up.
Holy shit. So they're saying that something bigger than a blue whale made that noise, which is called
Holy
the bloop.
shit.
Yeah. And that the black carpet is bigger than that.
Damn.
So where is this black carpet, or is it moving?
It's the stories I've heard. It's various areas throughout the world.
Mm.
There's no specific origin or region for this area for this thing.
You know, it'd be easier to, investigate the ocean if there wasn't so much fucking water in the way.
Oh, I know that. I mean, wouldn't you just love to have the what was the San Andreas code where you just boop 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 take all the water out of it? And you just walk around? Yeah, like I get, but I looked at that and I'm like, that's interesting. Like again, there's little information, 1,000-foot long,
Allegedly.
microorganisms that apparently lived billions of years ago. That's creepy in my like something billions of years old is creepy.
Well, there's that, but then the question that I'm drawing is why hasn't it, as far as what you're describing, if it's the same organisms from billions of years ago, why haven't they evolved? Why haven't like sometimes
No one forced it.
maybe there's nothing there to trigger the force.
Yeah, like what if you're in 1,000-foot? Sorry, I know I keep hitting you hear it, but if there's an 1,000-foot long organism,
Yeah.
what is its predator? What is
No,
its,
you're right. You're
there's
right.
no
It's like-
apex predator.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
like the great white shark doesn't
I don't
have
know.
to.
This is scaring the hell out of me right now.
Wait, you're just not gonna go in the ocean?
No, I mean I don't deal with no bloopy shit.
I mean, you're not a diver. You don't deal with no bloop. We're not talking about the bloop right now, but we're
No.
talking about
Talking about the black carpet.
the black carpet.
Yeah, the black carpet.
Could have swore I seen a movie called that once. But
All right,
that's
calm
another
down.
Subject.
Do you think it could be similar to plant life on dry land, like what is it, the Venus flytrap, where if it traps it in the mouth, it dissolves it?
See,
Oh, so you're saying like
Something-
if it catches something?
so you
Yeah,
tell me it's
yeah.
eating it, like it's
Yeah.
like there's a
Does this-
bodily function where it dissolves that.
What if it's something like that, like plant life at the bottom of the ocean that obviously no animal can eat, because if it touches it, it might be paralyzed. There's tons of things on land that have that same capability.
Right, but if it's plants, why is it moving? Like plants have
It
a
does
tendency
move?
to root itself.
Yeah,
Not only that, but if
apparently
it's
there's-
plants, why is there only one?
Well, that's true. Like
Because
nothing is
plants, like
binary.
seeds and all that, like it would obviously be a lot more of it.
So again,
Yeah.
this is multiple divers across the world that have seen.
Well, how
something
deep
like
is it?
this.
That they're
It's
diving
on the
it.
bottom of the ocean.
So yeah, but we're talking about what depth. So that's a loaded question because we can only dive to a certain depth
Yeah.
where it's safe, but that's relatively shallow compared to the rest
I
of
mean,
the ocean.
it's if you're talking about someone who's also doing, not like the sub-Titanic, whatever the fuck they called it last
The
year.
Titan, yeah.
But if you're doing something like that,
well, I know that
those are divers also
you-
considered
you-
divers.
Yes, you bring something interesting up. The Titanic is 6 miles down, 5.5 miles down, whatever. Obviously, the pressure is so much you can't get there without some special equipment.
Yeah.
But one of the Titanic's sister ships,
We talked about it last week. Yeah.
the Britannic, that sank. You can dive down to that, and that's only, I think, 300 or so. I want to say 300 meters below the surface. So, I know that there is a depth, a safety range that a human can withstand. But you're talking like less than, I think, 1,000 meters before it gets dangerous.
I'm not gonna lie. Like to
think.
me, like when
If you're a diver, let me know I'm wrong.
it's fucking creepy when you talk about something like this. And again, nobody knows what these organisms are, and nobody has gotten close to it to sit there and try to that there is someone talking about what it could actually be, and we'll get that in the second part, but I want to continue just spitballing conspiracy theories about it,
Sure.
because when you have something that's billions of years old, that's seen everything basically of what we know as far as history. I mean, obviously not.
Yeah, it wasn't there saying, you know what, I think that Hitler fellow's not exactly a nice
Yeah, no,
guy.
I know that. I'm just saying, like,
What?
This reminds me of something. Remember the X-Files movie, the first one?
Yes.
Okay.
The black oil?
The black oil.
Yeah, it could
This
be.
is some
That
telling you.
I think that's maybe that's one of the places Chris Carter might have taken that idea of the black oil.
Well, how do we know
It's
this could be
something
the
from
same
the black.
thing?
Yeah. When was this first like?
This has popped up over the last 10, 15 years that people have.
So it's
have really-
relatively new.
yeah, like there's
Telling you.
Maybe it's something where maybe Chris Carter didn't take it, but it's like an art imitates life type of situation.
yeah, there's a lot of different like sorts. There's not a lot on it. Like it just random diver stories that you read on Reddit that talking about
Well,
it.
if they dove on it, why don't you just take a sample?
Well, they're afraid to get close. They
They're-
might get it fucked up.
Yeah,
And
they're-
if it's too deep, they won't be able to reach it and actually
I mean,
grab samples.
what if you
They
use
could
a
probably
one of
get
those
close
robots?
enough.
You can take a piece and bring it up and analyze it.
Yeah, but then again, even at that point, even if you get something robotic to go down, we don't know enough about it to even try and be safe about getting samples. Because at the bottom of the ocean, there's so many mysteries that we can't explain that it could be to the point where this maybe a organism, plant life, whatever it is, and maybe
Yeah, but
somehow
how do we
it
know
can,
this is not from
let me
another realm, like outer space?
well let
We
me
don't.
let me
You know?
read this. This is again a story off of Reddit.
Hold on, real quick. I know it's completely off topic. I just realized there are fishes in the logo.
Yes.
I thought it was like with some weird fucking smudges on the letters. It's fish.
Okay.
ADHD,
Done
In a
Tennessee
podcast.
trait.
You did change it on the screen itself, right? You see in the top right corner of the recording screen.
Yeah.
You changed it to the black carpet one too.
Oh no, I didn't.
No,
Actually,
that's okay.
I didn't know about
We'll change
that.
it after we go to break. So
You can edit it.
fuck you. So apparently this guy, this is a story, and this is what the Reddit post says. The next story is from my buddy. He heard it from a guy who heard it from another guy who heard it from another guy. So take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
There's too much guys. I'm not
Too
even
many
taking
guys.
that with a curious, so I'm gonna be honest.
it's a
Uh,
gangbang of information.
Yeah, this guy is going doing a dive depth location. What he was doing never got specified. Just that he was really deep. He starts hearing this odd noise
How deep?
that gets associated with the carpet a lot. The way he described was similar to the video of the bloop. Ultra low pitch, sort of like super creepy distorted whale song. As he gets closer, he hears this almost static crackling noise as well. All right, stop it. He hears a static crackling noise as well. The way he described it was like a million prawns getting cracked open at once.
All right,
Uh,
that's impressive.
Yeah.
Like, okay, just think of like a shrimp. That's what a prawn is,
Yeah, no.
right? Just that little like you gotta separate the body from the tail to eat it.
A million at
A
once.
million at once.
Damn, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too now.
That's a lot of shrimp.
If that makes any difference, as he gets closer to the bottom, the noises are getting louder and louder. At this point, he was thinking that he's hearing some sort of sonar from a submarine and that some jackass submarine crew is playing a joke on him. When the guy gets to the bottom, he shines a light around, trying to find whatever he's looking for. And what he was was that the seafloor had literally come to life and was crawling past him. This is probably the best description of the carpet you're going to get. According to this guy, the carpet is at least a mile long / wide, made of mostly strange black feelers that apparently make the strange popping noises. Most of the top is covered in various sand, rocks, debris, with feelers poking through. Also a few long transparent stalks, as he described them, as floating upwards. Apparently some of these were 20 feet long. According to this guy, it was singing, which doesn't make it any fucking sense to me, whatever. Guy swam back up to the surface and claimed that he had equipment malfunction. Came back down a couple hours later and got there just in time to see the last of this thing disappear. Apparently it stretched as far as the eye could see, which isn't that far at the bottom of the ocean, but still.
That's a creepy story. 100%. Because there's no history that you've been able to give me, I kind of want to shrug my shoulders and go, I think someone's pulling someone's prick.
Is there any pictures of this thing, or just hearsay?
No pictures.
We have no pictures. We have no audio evidence other than all we have is eyewitness testimony. And if this is something that's been around for billions of years, how do we know it's been around for billions of years if there's nothing to help to like make that truthful? You know what I mean? Like,
True. Yeah,
if
I
there
agree.
was something where I understand it's at the bottom of the ocean, but you would think at some point over the last 200,000 years that we've been on this earth as a species, there would be tales of some unknown sea creature that lives at the darkest parts of the ocean that sucks down sailors and they're never seen again. That's not the Kraken. You know, we know what the Kraken is, and we've been described as a giant squid because people have seen it, quote unquote.
I agree, but at the same time disagree, because when was diving, real like deep dive sea diving, started?
About 100 years ago,
Yeah,
maybe?
100, 115, 120 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, so we have a lot of history in between.
There's a lot of history in between. I mean,
And
I'm not sitting there like you're not knowing what's at the bottom of the ocean if you're not going down there.
For 120 years of diving, it's a big ass world. It's not enough time to
Explore everything at the
we
bottom
still
of the sea.
haven't.
Yeah.
We still
They don't know
we
what this
still
feeds on
haven't
or anything?
explored
Well,
that much of the ocean to begin with.
Whatever it wants, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, it's-
Yeah, we don't know what it feeds on, and we haven't explored exactly what it is. But we are just in time. Look at that. We are going to take a short break. Go listen to some of our new sponsors this season. We'll be right back, and I'll probably have somewhat of an explanation of what this is. We'll be right back.
Are you a filmmaker, cosplayer, or special effects enthusiast looking to take your creations to the next level? Then look no further than New Rule FX. From realistic props to professional grade special effects equipment, New Rule FX has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Explore their extensive catalog of high-quality products and unleash your creativity like never before. Visit our link in the description to shop now below.
Hey everybody, I'm JC3,
And I'm Mr. West.
and this episode is brought to you by Dubby. Made by professionals in the USA, Dubby was formulated to give you focus and energy with no jitters or crash. Their formula contains vitamins, amino acids, including the patented neurofactor. You know what Dubby doesn't give you?
What's that?
No calories,
No calories.
no sugars,
No sugar.
no fillers,
No fillers.
and no artificial flavors. When the raw ingredients arrive to their FDA-registered and inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP guidelines, they undergo a quarantine while a small sample of each ingredient is taken to test for any impurities, while also being tested to ensure that the ingredients are actually what they are supposed to be and have the proper dosage.
And once the ingredients pass all the tests, then they're cleared to get mixed into the formula. So head on over to dubby.gg and use our offer code IsThisRealPC for 10% off your first order. That's DUBBY.GG and use the code IsThisRealPC for 10% off. They have great flavors such as Galaxy Grenade, Dub Sludge, Passion Joy Tea, Monkey Madness, and Dragonade. My personal favorites.
Dragonade right here. I got Dragonade right here. Delicious.
Drink Dubby.
And be better.
These products are not intended to diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.
Who wants better sex? And who wants better sex starting now? The best way to get started is go to adamandeve.com.
Adam and Eve is offering 50% off just any item.
But that's not all. When you select your one item, you will also get 3 bonus items. That includes a gift for him, a special gift for her, and a gift you'll both like.
Plus 6 free movies for your viewing pleasure and free shipping.
There is discreet shipping as your privacy is priority. Plus 100% free shipping on your entire order.
Doesn't matter how much you spend or what you buy, it will all be packaged and sent discreetly for free.
Don't wait. Better sex is just one click away.
That's 50% off one item, 3 free gifts, 6 free movies, and free shipping.
Bring more pleasure and satisfaction to your bedroom.
Just go to adamandeve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy or anything you desire.
Just enter code QUESTION at checkout.
That's question, QUESTION at adamandeve.com.
This exclusive offer is specific to this podcast only. So be sure at checkout you punch in the code QUESTION. That is QUESTION at checkout. And get your 50% off one item, 10 free gifts, and free shipping. Remember, use code question. Also remember to listen to Is This Real every Sunday at 8 o'clock with new episodes starting July 16th. Remember, everybody, question everything and put that question at the end of your checkout. AdamandEve.com. Calling all cat lovers. Are you tired of your furry friend taking over your living space? Say hello to Cat Cave Co., your one-stop shop for all things stylish cat furniture. Their modern design seamlessly blend into your home decor while providing your cat with a cozy sanctuary of their own. Discover the perfect piece for your feline friend today using the link in the description and reclaim your space without compromising your style. Your cat will thank you.
Hey, fellow truth seekers. Want to take your love for the Is This Real podcast to the next level? Check out our exclusive merchandise line designed for curious minds like yours in mind. From comfy tees and hoodies to stylish mugs and accessories, our merchandise is the best way for you to show your passion for unraveling the mysteries of the fucking universe. Visit our online store at isthisrealpc.com and gear up to explore the universe in style. Don't just listen, wear your curiosity with pride with Is This Real podcast merchandise.
Hey there, fellow truth seekers. Are you ready to dive deep into the mysteries of the universe? Look no further than isisrealpc.com, your one-stop destination for all things mysterious and unexplained. From captivating podcast episodes to thought-provoking articles, our website is packed with fascinating content that will leave you questioning reality. Visit isisrealpc.com today and join our community of curious minds as we explore the unknown together. Don't just wonder, discover the truth today at isisrealpc.com. And welcome back to our episode about the black carpet deep sea cryptid. So, what have we noticed about this? 1,000 miles long. Black microorganisms.
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet, yeah, not miles.
gonna say,
That would be
that's
a
kinda
little bit. 1,000 feet. Excuse me, I misspoke. If
And
it's
it
1,000 feet long,
and
that-
it does move.
It does move.
Then what it has to be?
And
What does it
apparently-
feed on?
And apparently,
Anything it wants.
if it's microorganisms, what do you need to feed on? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You feed on whatever leavings from the last, whatever
Yeah.
you find on the floor.
There might be some explanations of which we found. Again, these are might be's. A lot of coincidences if you sit there and take into effect. So I'll go first. All right. So apparently, according to this website, so there's a colony of microbes as big as Greece that has been found in the ocean. A vast carpet of underwater microbes that covers an area as big as Greece has been discovered on the seabed of the west coast of South America. Scientists believe the microbes could be directly descended from the earliest forms of life that have evolved on Earth. Discovery is part of a series of astonishing finds made since 2000 as part of the decade-long census on marine life. An international project by more than 2,000 scientists from 80 countries to explore the largely unknown life which inhabits the oceans. The microbial mat lives in a deep layer of seawater that is deprived of both light and oxygen, and seems to have survived by eating hydrogen sulfide and breathing nitrates. It could represent a present-day community of organisms descended from primitive microbes, which first evolved about 3 billion years ago,
Jesus Christ.
when there was no oxygen on the planet.
This thing's 3 billion years old.
This microbes, presumably. They don't obviously know for a fact.
That's a lot of candles on the cake.
Scientists said they were taken aback by the spectacle when the first images of the microbial mat appeared on television screens from video cameras on board a submersible robot, which had been lowered into the deep ocean to explore the potential shelf off the coasts of Chile and Peru. It was like a big carpet of... See, this is the difference, though. It was like a big carpet of white grass with filaments sticking out and waving in the air, said Victor Gallardo, a Chilean scientist on the expedition.
It looks like a carpet lying on the seabed, separating the underlying sediment from the overlying water. Initial tests showed the microbial mat is composed of a community of microorganisms adapted to growing under extreme hypoxia when there is little or no oxygen. It is the same kind of conditions that existed before the evolution of the first photosynthetic algae, which were able to convert carbon dioxide into oxygen.
Correct.
The microbes in the mat play around the very simple stuff, such as hydrogen sulfide and nitrates. They use nitrates in the water as we would use oxygen, and they take sulfide as their food. Scientists estimate that the mat extends over a vast area of the seabed in this region of the ocean, covering a territory roughly the size of Greece.
God damn.
Explorers have found them off the central and northern parts of both Chile and Peru, and they also have been detected in sulfur-rich waters off the Galapagos, the islands, Ecuador, and Panama. The largest filaments of the mats are about half the width of a human hair, and they are composed of individual microbial cells organized into long multicellular strands that are white because of buildup of sulfate salts in the living tissue. The bacteria within the mats are some of the biggest known.
And they're as thick as half a human hair.
Yes.
Can we put that into perspective? Take one human hair, cut it in half, and then take what you have left and multiply it until you have enough to cover the area of Greece. That's a lot of fucking things. Now, they happen to be white, and that might be good for them. They have a great credit score and whatnot. But let's just say that in nature, nothing is just this one thing. And maybe because there's no light where the black one is, it doesn't absorb. It doesn't need to be white. It's just black. Or maybe it's like a dark gray. But when you're down that deep, color is distorted. So everything appears to be black. We don't really fucking know.
Well, apparently in 2000, the Census of Marine Life estimated there's about 20,000 species of marine microbe, but now the number is nearing to about 20 million.
It's a lot.
For a fucking ocean.
That's what we know.
That's one particular explanation of what the black carpet is. And granted, this is white. The black carpet's black. You know, it's different colors. We get that, but again, when you're getting into, I don't know. Obviously, there's no oxygen in where this one is. I don't know about the light source. I didn't hear anything about the light source. Maybe the light source could be different because there's no light source with the black where the black one is. Who knows?
Anything's possible.
It could be because of the light, but we do have a potential another reason, right, Cito?
Yes. So based off of some research, I'm believing this side a little more that it's believed to be a siphon 4, whatever. Yeah.
See, now he knows how. Whenever I talk like German or old school
Yeah,
languages,
I ain't a marine biologist, but anyways,
I mean, I could play it for you.
Yeah, play it again, please.
played in the pod mic. But continue. Oh wait, hold on, go.
It's right here. Hold, please.
Siphonophore.
That sounds like a dinosaur.
Siphonophore. Yeah.
Well, it'll be Siphonosaurus, but this is not that.
So basically, a siphonophore, right, is to really not go into my marine biologist terms, tends to be like jellyfish or creatures of that nature, and one part of it is the man of war. Now, usually these are colony-like creatures, and so usually it's a bunch of them coming together into what we see as colony. Jellyfish are a little different, but for example, some images we have right here, it's like just like you can see how one may look, but this one right
send
here
me
is
those so I can put them on
yeah.
So it's like in Finding Nemo when they bounce from like jellyfish to jellyfish. It's just like a cluster of them.
Yeah, is like kind of similar how they work.
jellyfish
but these,
come in communities.
Yeah, like you know how the jellyfish come in communities.
I'm sorry, I'm not up to par with all my jellyfish knowledge. I didn't study
But,
that
and
shit.
if you see the middle one,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a colony.
Oh, Maron.
Yeah, so
It's a lot of 'em.
basically, what I'm theorizing is, and it makes a lot of sense, is that it's a mega colony. Especially if it's compared to what would be a man of war. there are images of out there man-o-war having black tentacles, so it evolving into a situation where it's deep sea, just so the basic need of survival might be different, especially because a lot of these creatures are bioluminescent, but this one isn't. So it could be either not this, or it could be just an evolution standard of it evolved into a way.
I'm trying to figure out if he's actually taking in the knowledge, or if he's doing his typical Anthony, like, oh yeah. Anyway, like, do you have that sense too, Josh?
I always have that sense from him.
See, that's why he's not talking. But continue.
I'm genuinely interested, and I am hearing everything that Sito is saying because it is interesting. I like his take on it because it makes sense. I'm also weighing it against all the things we don't know about it because there's nothing but eyewitness testimony, and there's no samples of the black carpet. So I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
It's like if you take the Man of War and combine it with with what I had, find out that's what it is.
Yeah, honestly, for me, it seems like how it is like a giant colony of microbes. It could just be a giant colony, but reasons why we don't know why it's ended up the way it is, like evolution, it could just be like evolved. That's the reason why it's darker.
Exactly. We haven't found it or been able to discover it.
How old is the Man of War? Do we have that, like?
Well, I know they live for over a year. I just read that.
Like, we don't know how long the species has been
You got a
around
picture
for.
of that?
The Man of War?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you.
Do we like nobody has that information? You're searching.
I'm looking it up right now.
I don't know how
Because-
long they've been around.
Because, like, if you could, like I said, it really sounds like if somebody combined the Man of War with the microbe carpet, in which I was talking about, and just colored it black, that's what we have. I mean, am I wrong, Joshua?
That's so good.
No, I mean that's a pretty good
That looks like a kitty.
presumption, I guess.
Right? It just sounds so connected, and yet there's no information on
I
it
still
whatsoever.
don't understand why they can't dive down there and take a sample of this thing.
They got to find it first.
They have to find it first.
Yeah, they have to find it first.
And
but
because it's on the move, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't know where exactly it's going to be. It's not like we have a tracker on it.
yeah, but you also
This
have to
is
be
scaring the
careful,
hell out of me because nobody knows what this thing is.
I
And it could
ha-
be billions
it's-
of years
it's-
old.
Apparently, it goes around the deepest parts of the ocean. Like, well, not deepest parts, but like deep parts of the
parts, yeah.
ocean.
So it knows what it's doing then.
Probably not. It's probably just it can't go up certain levels because that's an issue with deep, like
Pressure.
very deep sea creatures.
This
Is that
yeah,
a lot
this
of them
ain't
will
cool.
actually die the moment they leave that
Yeah.
certain level.
Yeah, look at the blobfish. If the blobfish, like when you look at a blobfish at its right pressure, it looks like a fish. When you bring it up to the surface, it
Yeah.
looks like a melted man. It looks
Yeah.
sad.
yeah, looks like you sitting on a couch.
It does. It looks like me shirtless.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, it's such a it's such a creepy thing, which is why I picked it, because there's no information on it. And for you to sit here and something that's 1,000 feet long, and it's like it could be this, it could be that, and I'm like, that fits exactly what our podcast is.
You know, this is exactly why I
Honestly.
like being a land dweller. I love the ocean, don't get me wrong, but I never have to worry about the black carpet hurting me because I'm never going to get near the fucking thing.
No, I agree with you. I mean, let's just put it. We do have 5 minutes left, so we'll start it off. Do you believe this is a real?
I can see it being plausible. I think there's a lot of things in the ocean that we haven't seen yet, we haven't discovered yet, or things that have been evolving, you know, as time has happened that we just haven't been able to classify. The ocean's a very big place, and we're not at the bottom of it looking at shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, we can't be there constantly because it's so dangerous. So if you're asking me, do I believe there's something in the ocean we've yet to explain that could be something like a mass colony of microbes that are doing its own thing? Fuck yeah, I can believe that. Is it something spooky? No, I don't know.
Cryptid? You don't think it's
I don't
like
think it's a cryptid.
You don't believe in cryptids?
Like a cryptid has to me, a cryptid has to have some sort of mythological sense to it. Either has to be born of a spell, or it has to be some creature that is. It's a cryptid.
well,
It's not
apparently,
real.
according to this, it's related to the bloop. So
But we don't know what the bloop is either. The bloop, the carpet. I don't know any of these things. Like we call them these things until we have a definite answer because we've been able to study it.
it's kind of like the God theory.
It's kind of like a ghost. We know something's there. We don't know what the fuck it is, and we can't experiment on it. So we hypothesize, and that's wonderful. And until someone actually finds the carpet and able to put a tracker on it and give it definition, it's kind of like a ghost. It exists in a way, but we can't put a hard definition to it.
All right, Bubba, do you believe in the black carpet?
And I don't actually, because once they found this, how come they never tried to take a sample of it?
Well,
I mean, come on.
There's no scientists that have found it. It's always been
Who
like
found this?
just
thing?
divers.
Divers.
Yeah.
Like people are like, "Ooh, look, a fish." Like if you're diving
Yeah.
and you saw this thing at the bottom of the ocean,
Yeah.
are you going anywhere near it?
Well, I don't know. If I'm down there, I mean, we see what it is. Yeah, I would try to take a sample of it.
No, you can't take a sample. Where do you go to put the sample? You're not a scientist. Or you just try to grab it and rip off a piece?
Yeah.
And that's taking consideration that if it is microbes, that say if it was as thin as half a human hair, right? You can't grab that.
Yeah, it will slip out of your hand.
Yeah, exactly. It'll slip out of your hand. It might be near impossible to actually grab a sample.
And what happens if you grab it and you accidentally grab its big black carpet cock and you're like, "Oh, it's out."
Shut up.
No, think about
Shut
this.
his
man,
mic
this is
right
why.
now.
No, think about this. We want to
This
go
is-
around molesting sea creatures.
This is why
This is a possible.
I
This
don't
is a
get
possibility.
involved.
You know, we were
okay,
going
hold on.
just fine.
Yeah, and-
Hold on.
I'm
Wait. I hate to say this. I really do hate to say this. This pains me in my soul. God knows this himself. This pains me. But it does say it has tentacles. That are
What
long.
if you grab it in the wrong place and piss it off? Then you become dinner. You don't fuck.
How do
boy,
you know
don't
that? You don't know that.
You don't know until you find out, and I'm not in the mood to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, are
Honestly,
you in that mood of
I
fucking
didn't say
around
I
with
was going to take a sample of it. I would get one of you people to take a sample of it.
Listen, I'm
What
huge.
does he mean,
fat
you people, while
floats. I
talking
don't
about
dive.
the black carpet?
Hey.
I don't dive well. Fat floats. You
man.
know this.
All right, Sito?
Honestly, it's. Do I think it's a cryptid? No, not really. Do I think it's just something science hasn't discovered? Sure. Like both microbes or the whatever else it may be, right? Yeah, it just seems kind of believable that it's like, hey, marine biology, this happened, and now it's a mega colony, for whatever reason, evolution, survival, whatever it may be. It could be that.
All right, Joshua?
I'm gonna say no for the cryptid,
Uh-huh.
only because if it was reported by divers in some way, shape, or form all over the world, then there should be some type of truth to it. And the only problem being is that they can't prove it and actually study it. But that also goes along with the entire rest of the ocean. There's so much that hasn't been mapped or discovered, and it's like every other month I'm hearing they're finding new organisms in the ocean that they never saw before, and they're trying to classify them and study them and say there's new sea creatures, new fish, literally like every year. So it's like I could believe, and I do believe, this black carpet being something down there, because we can't go down there. We can only go so far, and we can only discover so much. That's why, me personally, I find the ocean to be very interesting, intriguing, and even mysterious at times. It's like,
Yeah.
we know more about our planet on land than we do the ocean.
Here's a scary thing to talk when you go on your cruise. Right?
Oh,
I mean, granted,
God.
by the time this airs, you'll be on your cruise. You'll be back.
You've
hopefully,
forgotten
you know?
about it already.
Yeah, you'll forget.
Yeah, I know.
At one point, going to Bermuda, you will be 2.5 miles above land.
Wait, what?
So the ocean is 2.5 miles deep at a certain point when you're on your way to Bermuda.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Let's hit a rock, and
Yeah.
we'll get
No,
to
that's
Bermuda.
the point, Josh. There is no rock. There's nothing except you, bottom of the boat, and then
whole bunch of
2.5
kids.
miles of water.
Yeah.
A whole
Kids?
bunch of kids.
What? Whoa,
Well, on the
calm
cruise.
down. Yeah.
On the cruise, yeah, but like,
But yeah, that's and we don't know what's at the bottom of that area. Even as close to somewhere in between Bermuda and here, like 2.5 miles down, we don't know what the fuck's under us. And what's scary to me, like I do believe, like I don't know about the, like I think we're all in agreement with the cryptid thing, because I think there's, just like with the cults, I think there has to be a classification of what a cryptid is.
yeah.
And I don't think this fits the classifications of a cryptid. But as far as being something that we don't know in the ocean, do you know how much shit is in the ocean that we probably don't know of?
Yeah, that's the whole point of this. We
Yeah,
know,
like,
we know
like,
nothing.
but like, I'm talking like we talked last week about shipwrecks. You know how many ships that are probably at the bottom of the ocean that, oh, it went missing. We don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Like submarines, things people drop, bodies like we talked last week. You know, the ocean scares the absolute piss out of me more than space does. Because as far as we know so far, and we'll talk about space later in the season, as far as we know so far, and I you know, we can go to space, but there's no creatures in space that are going to try and kill us.
That you know of.
That we know of. That's what I'm saying.
That's
as far as the
that's
ocean.
why I disagree with you.
As far as the ocean, we do know there's creatures that are trying to kill us in the ocean.
Yeah, but okay, I disagree with you on that comparison with space and land, space and ocean, only because of this. The ocean, as vast as it is still finite. It is this planet. Eventually, if you were immortal on an infinite timeline, and you decided to do this, you could eventually, I'm assuming also through technology, map out every inch of the bottom of the ocean and find out everything there is to know, because it is finite. As of right now, space is infinite.
Yeah.
There are things out there that are beyond the things out there, and we have no idea what's out there.
No, I agree.
That
with
to
you.
me makes it 1,000 times more terrifying than anything at the bottom of the ocean.
I agree to a point. And the reason I say it scares me more is because it's more localized to me.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah, it's something that I know. If I'm not an astronaut and the planet's not blowing up and we have to mass exit Earth,
Yeah.
I know potentially at some point something in the ocean could kill me.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm more scared of it than the
I
other.
guess I see
Granted,
your point there.
we can sit there and die because of or get hit by an asteroid or something like that from space.
We just had a major solar event flare happen.
Yeah, with something like that can kill us, but as far as an immediate I know something that in my immediate area can kill me, it would be shit in the ocean.
I mean, you can go down to Patterson Falls and look over the bridge. You're seeing the bottom of the water, but you have no idea how deep that goes.
Yeah, exactly.
And even if you drained it, you have no idea what that looks like. That's the unknown.
So that's what really creeps me out. As far as this particular thing, just the vast size. I mean, even with the thing that they know, what they're searching on now, the white organisms, microorganisms, that's terrifying in its own right in itself.
Now you say it's 1,000 feet long, not 1,000 meters.
It might have been meters.
No. I only asked that because I have an understanding of roughly what 1,000 meters is. No, if you want to Google this, go ahead, but you would understand the reference. 1,000 meters would be like walking from the Lunamar to the sawmill. That's roughly 1,000 meters.
That's and it's wide just as wide also.
Yeah, it's a big area.
That's a big area.
It's a big fucking thing.
So,
but if it's 1,000 feet, that's different.
The white one, it's as big as fucking Greece.
Right, that's terrifying.
Like that, you're talking about it can devour an entire country if it needed to, if it came up on land.
Yeah, I understand.
Like it can cover an entire country. Yeah, that's terrifying.
And that's only one.
And that's only one.
And very rarely in nature do we find anything the only one of its kind. Everything is a duplicate.
Yes, I agree with you. But anybody have anything else to add for this episode?
No, all good.
All right. We will catch you guys next week. Everybody say goodnight.
Adios, motherfuckers.
Good night, everybody.
Remember, everybody, go to all of our social medias. You can find the link tree in our social medias that links you to everything. Everything is always linked to each other. isthisrealpc.com. And go buy some of the shit from our sponsors. They're really good products. We will see you guys next week.
And we have t-shirts.
And we do have t-shirts. It is in our link tree. Please go buy some t-shirts from us. We will see you guys next week. Remember, everybody, question everything. And I forgot to say this last week. Happy New Year. Because this is being put up in January. Happy New Year. 2025. Yay. Good night, everybody. Remember, question everything. Hey there, fellow truth seekers. Are you ready to dive deep into the mysteries of the universe? Look no further than isisraelpc.com, your one-stop destination for all things mysterious and unexplained. From captivating podcast episodes to thought-provoking articles, our website is packed with fascinating content that will leave you questioning reality.
Visit isthisrealpc.com today and join our community of curious minds as we explore the unknown together. Don't just wonder, discover the truth today at isthisrealpc.com.